welcome back to another episode of Bobcat Sports Weekly. This is episode 25 of Bobcat Sports Weekly. We're happy to keep it going. The boys swim team, first ever state championship for them, adding to our state championship counter right here, number 4 on the year. Tell us that we're not Title Town, am I right?
Yeah, that is very true right there.
I don't think that there's any denying it. So it was awesome. Also an individual state championship too from Nate Cosmato. So an awesome week coming out of our boys swim and dive teams. So, and also too some basketball playoff action coming up. So a lot to look forward to. So I'm ready. If you're ready, let's get right into the news. The boys are state champions in swim and dive. Pretty awesome. Well, I guess really just swim, but Nate Cosmato winning the dive state championship. But a very, very awesome accolade for all those guys. First ever state championship for the boys swim team ever, which is a pretty cool achievement for our guys, and also adding to our state championship counter for already like all of Radford. So pretty awesome to see, and we're excited for them.
I don't think another school in the state 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A, or 1A has 4 state championships at this point. There's been 8 sports played already. We have 4 of the state championships in those 8 sports.
Yeah,
so we're like 50%. We are 50%. We're not like that is 50%. That's pretty. That's pretty darn cool and pretty dang amazing to think about it, especially if you think. A lot of our sports, like football, we didn't get one. Wrestling, we don't have one. Girls swimming, and then boys cross country, which came in 3rd in the state. So, it's impressive what we're doing so far. But yeah, the boys came out, did really well. Nate winning state dive. Ben Scholl coming in 4th also. That's only a few months of of diving. That's impressive. Shout out to them. That's unbelievable. So very proud of them. And then it was pretty close there for the swim boys. The score was pretty close.
Yeah, our boys came out over top of Virginia High, only beating them by 1 point. I want to say it was 157 to 156.
Right.
And
yes.
If you want to set the scene for us.
Yeah. So we were projected to lose by 43 points. Coming into like halfway through, and then our boys had a couple of clutch runs, and then the last relay, can't really find the time. I was looking at the big old spreadsheet, can't find it, but it came down to the last relay. We were in 3rd, and they were in 4th, and then an East Rockingham dude clutched it out for us and beat the Virginia High kid in the final stretch. Apparently it was really exciting, and they came in 5th, and we came in 3rd, and we beat them by a nice 1 point.
Yeah,
and we were down 2 entering that, so that's that's pretty close.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to a lot of the swimmers. They actually like all the boys that were on that relay team from Radford. They all went up to that one dude and all like started shaking his hand, like thanking him, because I feel like that kid also deserves a state ring. Also.
He won it for us.
Yeah, because he kind of won it for us. But it was pretty awesome to see, and Virginia High, they're always known for their swimming and stuff.
They have a pool in their school.
Yeah, that seems like a little bit of an unfair advantage, but still coming out on top. Very excited.
Yep, they didn't have a single diver either, so having the divers add points helped a lot. So that was really good to have a dive team for the first time ever to help out. Virginia High will probably end up having a dive team next year.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, wait a minute, check out what these kids are doing. But I don't feel bad for Virginia High, but in golf we beat them by 13 strokes. They came in 2nd. They were the favorites to win that. They were the favorites to win this. We beat them. So I think that's their only 2 good sports, I want to say. So this year, at least. It's so cool to actually the first time ever winning state championship in swimming, girls and boys. So shout out to them. We've had some good teams in the past, but finally having a dive team puts it over.
It also helps too because like we used to always go up against like Maggie Walker, which is prep school,
George Mason,
which they were always
nice Nova school.
Just insane at swimming. So since they moved up, it allowed us to finally edge up and take the championship.
Yeah, and this is also a combination of 1A and 2A because there's not many 1A schools competing in swim dive, not many 2A because all the schools are just so small and it's hard for like a small 2A school to find a pool nearby. Yeah. So we are the 1A and 2A state champions. So beat that, Auburn.
Yeah, for sure. And also too, I mean, like you were talking about our dive team edging us out above. We actually kind of interviewed with Nate Cosmato talking about how exciting it is to be the first ever dive state champion for Radford High School, and I think it was the first time ever for just a state to have a dive competition. So that's an awesome achievement for him, and we got an interview with him right here. Roll it. Hello and welcome to an exclusive interview of Bobcat Sports Weekly. I'm joined by the first ever dive state champion and one of the first ever boys on our swim team for the boys state champion. I'm joined by Nate Cosmato. Needs no introduction. This man is very decorated this year. 3 medals, obviously. You can show him off a little bit, but he's a very decorated swimmer right now and diver. So, how are you doing today, Nate?
I'm doing well.
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. So, going back to like kind of the beginning of the season, what made you start to want to dive? Because like obviously that's gonna be you had to put in a lot of work because first time ever diving, and also too you have regular swim on top of that. So, what made you decide to do that?
So, they had talked about doing diving last year, and there was a few people that were interested, but there really just wasn't enough time to get it put together. And so when Heather this year said that we were going to try and do a diving team, I was interested right from the bat. And I knew it would be hard doing swimming and diving because, I mean, that's like 4.5 hours at the aquatic center every day between dive and swim. But I was like, I'll just try it out. It doesn't matter if I'm good or not because it'll just be fun.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I think you were good enough winning the states. So pretty impressive first year ever doing it, winning states. And I mean, for us, this is obviously our first year ever doing diving, so we don't really know too much about it. So like how big of like a diving board are you jumping off of, and like what kind of moves are you doing?
So going into it, VHSO only does 1 meter diving, so I mean, like it's like this from the water, it's like that tall. But in training, like at practices and stuff, there's things like there's exercises we would do off of like 3 and 5 meter just to get the feel of like how our bodies move through the air and how fast we can rotate and like just how much time we have and what to do. So it was definitely super weird learning and getting used to it, but it didn't take that long. I mean, once you get a feel for it, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, for sure. And then also too, like starting that, which one would you say that you might prefer more? Like, would you rather dive or do you want to keep on like swimming?
That was
like if you had to choose one.
Yeah, that was definitely really hard because right in the beginning, I was like, this is a season for swimming that we could really do something big in, but figuring out how to divide my time between swimming and diving was super hard because sometimes practices overlap and sometimes you just don't have time to do one. You can only do one in a day. And so I had to really put my full brain power into scheduling when can I swim and when can I dive. Yeah. So
and then you also add on too, you work and then you also have school and stuff like that.
It's definitely was not easy.
Yes, you had to manage all that time, and then also too, obviously we saw your dives, but then going to swimming, what were some of your best events and like what were your favorites to do?
So for the past 3 years, I've been focusing a lot on 500 freestyle and the 200 individual medley, which are the 2 worst, hardest, most draining events, and I hate them. Somehow I'm good at them and was able to do them at those meets. But this year, we really locked down and focused on relays, and actually towards the end of the season, I changed my individual events from the 500 and 200 IM to the 200 freestyle. Super last minute, but I had a really good chance to qualify top 8 for the 200 freestyle. So we just went ahead and just said and changed it up.
Yeah.
And then also diving counts as an individual event, so I can only do one individual swimming event because diving counts as one. Because they do it, it's like swim and dive. It's not swim or dive. So yeah, no, it was hard, but we really locked down and focused on relays because moving up to 2A also pushed other bigger schools out of our state meet. So we didn't have to go against these huge private schools like Maggie Walker and
those are always the teams that challenge y'all like years before that you could just never get past.
Yeah, it's impossible. They're year-round swimmers, and it's something that just couldn't be done.
Yeah, they were always just at an unfair advantage. But so obviously with them moving out, that gave y'all a really, really good chance to win it all this year. And so what else kind of like helped y'all to get over the hump to finally win a state championship?
For most of the season, we had no idea how good of a chance we had to actually win it because our two main opposers or biggest competition was Virginia High and the Bruins. I don't even know what their school's called, but so we were seated second in both relays by a landslide. Like VHS had like 7 seconds on us, and so we were like, okay, we'll just give it a try, see what we can do. And so at the state meet, every single one of us PR'd in our event, in our leg of the relay. And so it was so close. We had prelims, and we were just all so scared. Like, we have to go so fast in your prelims because we don't want them to think that we're just going to give up and let them win it. So during finals, we ended up it was 1.7 seconds behind them in second place for the individual events. So it was hard, but it was worth it, and we all did super, super good. Definitely cool to see that happen.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see, especially going out in your senior year, finally the state champion, which is pretty awesome. And
super cool.
Virginia High too. Don't they have like a pool like in their school?
Yeah, they train at their school, so they have lots of time.
Yeah, so that definitely gives them a big advantage. And there was also, I heard there was like a kid from, I don't remember where he went to, but he helped one team like pass Virginia High.
That was East Rockingham. They had their relay. In order for us to win it by the 1 point that we won it by, we had to beat, in our 400 free relay, we had to beat Virginia High by 2 places. And so all the way through the entire thing for 375 meters, we were only one place ahead of them. And there's this kid from East Rockingham who pulled up and swam a 50-second 100 freestyle in the last 25 past them to win it for us. And after the race, our whole team was like going over to the East Rockingham kid, like hugging him, like, we love you so much. You literally just made us win it, like blah blah blah. And he was kind of freaking out. He's like, why are all these random people like coming up congratulating me?
Yeah, because y'all won 157 and 156, right?
Yep.
And so that kid definitely helped out quite a bit. And also too, does that also like add to your points?
Yeah, so we won it in overall points. So going into the meet on Wednesday or whatever day it was, I don't know. We automatically had 34 points. So for me, winning it gave 20 points, and then Ben Scholl, 5th place, put us at 14 points. So 34 going straight into the meet. We're already ahead, but they have so many top 8 qualifiers that was just enough to put us where we needed to be close to them.
Yeah. So that's definitely cool to see. And then being at your senior year, obviously, you've been swimming for all 4 years of your high school career. Give me some of the emotions that you're going through, like before the state championship, and then after you won it.
It was. Going into it, I was totally fine, not stressed, whatever. I've been swimming for 4 years. I've been diving for 2.5 months. At the dive meet, when they were giving out awards, I literally, when they announced Tanner was second, and I knew that I was first, I started bawling my eyes out. I've been diving for 2.5 months, but it was so emotional. And Heather, she was crying. Everyone was crying. And then for swim, when we knew we won it, I was just like, yeah, we won. It was like, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard like nobody was really crying for when y'all won it.
We were all just so excited
because everybody was just so happy that you didn't really need to cry.
Yeah,
so.
it was stressful. It was that one point we were all like at the end of the race. We're all like, okay, how many points do we get from this? What's it gonna put us at? Are we gonna win? Is it gonna be a tie?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
But when it happened, everyone was just incredibly excited.
Yeah, and then last question. Obviously you're done with your high school sports. You didn't decide to play soccer this year.
No soccer.
What do you plan to do on after here? Do you plan to go swim somewhere else in college, or just go for an academic career?
I'm not gonna continue swimming. I've done my time. It's over. I think I'm gonna go to RU. Maybe a club swim, but I'm not gonna do a team. It's just.
Yeah, I definitely don't blame you. Working your butt off all these years that you just had to finish it up.
Yep.
But anyways, I mean we're happy for you and the swim team
Thank you.
here at Bobcat Sports Weekly. We're happy to see some medals for you and a new banner to hang up in the gym. So that's going to be pretty awesome to see.
Very good.
Thank you for coming in, and we appreciate you.
No,
and this has been a great interview, and see you later. Yeah, we want to thank Nate Cosmato for coming on into the studio with us and sitting down with me for an interview. He obviously seemed like he was very excited for first ever dive state champion and swim championship. So we're excited for him and the whole boys team.
I don't think he's taken off his medal since he's won either.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I wouldn't either, to be honest. So I don't blame him, but it's pretty awesome to see.
Yep. So the boys will be getting their rings sometime in like 8 months, probably. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, they'll get it next year after all of our seniors.
Volleyball's getting theirs this week, and they won theirs in October. So girls state cross country also got theirs last week. So they're finally rolling on in. But they'll get them next year, next school year probably.
Next year for
basketball
for
season.
Football, yeah, maybe. You never know. You never know with Jostens. They're crazy.
But I know Williams said they're going big, so I don't blame them. First ever. I mean, we went pretty big. They're going big. I don't blame them. So.
Yeah, you may as well send it out with the bang.
Yes, sir. So I heard that they just want him for prom. They want to get him ready for prom. So very proud of them. Awesome that we can. I mean, we created that state championship counter when we won the golf state championship. We didn't know how successful we were gonna we knew we were gonna be successful this year. We didn't know how great we'd have. I mean, this could end up being one of the greatest school year any school in the state of Virginia's ever had.
And you wonder what could have happened too with like football if they didn't have so many injuries over the year. You wonder how good they could have been this year also. So it's been a crazy year for Bobcat sports this year.
Yep. So we're excited to keep on rolling, and we got a few more state championships on the line coming up, and we'll talk later in the show about that.
Yes.
So shout out to the boys for winning. Shout out to Nate for winning dive. Ben Scholl coming in third. Tommy Bloomer coming in third for girls dive also.
Yep.
So shout out to them. Very awesome to actually have a swim state championship. It's a unique one. So keep adding to that title counter up on there.
Yes, sir. So the boys basketball team didn't have any action last week because they were preparing this upcoming week for playoffs. Very excited for this upcoming week. Tuesday, they play either the winner of Allegheny or Appomattox, which is going to be pretty awesome. I'm thinking it's most likely going to be Appomattox. Y'all will actually know by the time this video comes out. So
we're just making our predictions.
Yeah, but we're just making our predictions. So I'd
here?
say we'll play Appomattox, and we'll play them at Radford High School.
At 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock in the main gym. So we hope to see a lot of Bobcat fans be there.
We only beat Appomattox by like 6 last time, so it was a little close game.
Yeah, I could definitely see Appomattox giving us a run for our money. And then if we win that game, we go on to region semifinals against most likely Martinsville
or Fort Chiswell. Fort Chiswell is coming out pretty surprising. They're getting a little hot here.
It's
late in the season.
It's going to be either Martinsville or Fort Chiswell. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Martinsville if I had to guess. And if it is against Martinsville, which is kind of unfortunate because right now it's looking like they're going to schedule it at Bassett County, which is 10 minutes away from Martinsville and an hour and a half away for us in Radford, which I just think is ridiculous. We're the higher seed than they are.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've earned our right to have the game a little bit closer to us. So I think it's a little bit ridiculous, but
it is what it is. We do have a legendary coach that can pull some strings. He definitely pulled some strings in the state tournament last year to getting the games at Pulaski High School. It was not supposed to be played at Pulaski High School, but Coach Cormier worked his magic and got some games there. So I heard the goal is to get it moved to Christiansburg. If we both end up winning, we got to win first. I mean, we can't be saying this. If we both end up winning, then we'll want to play it at Christiansburg or Pulaski instead of at Bassett on Friday. Ugh.
Yeah, and then but if we do end up beating whoever, it's either Martinsville or Fort Chiswell, we'll go on to the region championship
at Averett University.
At Averett University,
which that's fine.
Yeah, which is fine. Which actually is Andrew Overson is going. He's signing on Wednesday.
Okay. I don't know.
So pretty cool. Pretty cool to see that. But we would most likely play Dan River in the championship.
They're the 1 seed.
Yeah, they are the 1 seed, and they're a good team.
So. They have a 1 loss. So, yeah.
But they also don't really play too much competition, to be honest. They
beating up a bunch of 1A schools.
They don't play a lot of very good teams, but still to go only have 1 loss on the season is pretty impressive. So we hope the best for our boys this upcoming week.
Yep, Floyd and Gretna are, if you're paying attention to them, they're facing off on Tuesday also at Floyd. Floyd's the 4 seed. Winner of that will most likely play Dan River. Dan River is going to play Glenver and Nelson County. Dan River's probably going to win that game. So it'd be kind of cool. Unfortunately, if it's Floyd and us in the region championship, it's still going to be at Averett, which is 2 hours away from both of us. Mm-hmm. So that kind of sucks. Yeah. Because I'd rather it be like close and like both of us could have big fan bases. But if it's at Averett, neither Floyd fans or Radford fans are going to be that crazy over there because it's on a Wednesday or I think a Tuesday night or whatever at 7:30. So I still maybe that could get changed also, but of course Floyd's gonna win. We've got to win. So definitely can't be looking forward ahead. Obviously we are because I mean we're so used to getting far ahead and we've won the region. I don't know how many times in a row we've won it, but so we're definitely looking ahead. We shouldn't be, but.
It's just kind of instinct at this point, to be honest.
Yeah. But we gotta beat Martinsville.
Yeah, we gotta get past Martinsville. We gotta get past Appomattox, most likely too.
Can't look over them.
So I mean, this year might be a little bit of a more challenging year to get to the state tournament, but I think our guys are more than capable of doing it. Especially if you have like Cam Cormany and Jackson McManus and Alex Knife, if they're all playing really well, I don't think that there's any way that people can beat us, to be honest. Especially if Cam Cormany's hitting threes. I mean,
if he's hitting like 8 or 9 threes and you're toast.
Yeah, then I don't think anybody stands a chance. But if they aren't playing too well, then you never know. I mean, you've kind of seen it a couple times this year with Fort Chiswell. We lost to Floyd, so you've seen it a couple times this year, like a little bit of the downside of our team, but you've also seen the upside too.
Yep. So we're excited. Unfortunately, losing to Fort Chiswell knocked us off from being the 1 seed, which kind of sucks because we were all sick and banged up that game. But it's how the cards unfolded. So yep, we'll take on Appomattox or Allegheny. You'll probably see this before Friday. So hopefully we won, and hopefully you're gearing up to take a trip to either Bassett or Christiansburg High School to get a game against Martinsville or Fort Chiswell. But we're looking forward to that. Should be good games coming up. And all we need to do is get to that region championship, and we're locked into the state tournament.
Yes, sir. So the girls' basketball team didn't have any action the past week also because they are preparing for the region tournament. They're most likely going to play, I think it's Floyd tomorrow night and Tuesday at Floyd County.
5:30.
5:30. Be there. Well, actually,
or
we also
boys' game.
Yeah, or boys' game, either way, whichever one you desire. But it's going to be a challenging game for our girls. I mean, we'll see how it turns out. Floyd's beat us both times that we've played them, but you never know. Our girls have they faced a lot of challenges throughout the year, and you never know. I mean, they might have the will to pull it out against Floyd.
If we knock out, we're the 5 seed, they're the 4 seed. I think Floyd's a little misguided in the standings. They definitely should be higher up, but they've lost to some bigger schools, so that's why they're down. So, yeah, we'll be playing at Floyd. That should be a wild one. That'll be a packed gym full of Floyd kids. If you want to go to that game and then listen on the way home to the boys' game, you can. And, Bobcat Sports Live, you can tune in on that. But, yeah, the girls, tough challenge, but we've won 6 out of the 8 quarters versus Floyd this year. Just can't get over that. We can't finish in the fourth quarter. So we'll see. We'll see. I think they definitely have a chance, and they've shown that. If Jada Dean's hot, Lexi's on fire, Grace starts knocking down threes, we have a chance. So it's definitely there. Just see if the girls can take that opportunity.
We will have Lainey Klein back too. We haven't had Lainey Klein over the past couple games. So that's a big
addition.
Yeah, addition to our team. Give us some size down low. So we're very excited to have her back.
Yep. So definitely that's a big time game. Probably bigger than the boy. I mean, bigger, but I mean obviously it's a rivalry game, so it means more. Also, don't want to get swept 3-0 again, 0-3 against Floyd. But
it'd be pretty awesome to knock out Floyd in another girls
because
sport.
they wouldn't even get the loser of this game will not go to the state championship.
Yeah,
it's quarterfinals. So and you got again like the boys got to get to the region championship and then you're in. So it's all that matters. Win 2 games and you're in. But I know it's going to be a more difficult climb for the girls than the boys, but I know they're definitely capable of doing so.
Yes, for sure. So a very awesome week coming out of our swim team for the boys. We're very excited to have another state championship on the year. Also, we want to thank Nate Cosmato coming in the studio and hanging out with us and letting us get an interview with them. So, I mean, be sure to come out to the boys and girls games this week as they prepare for the state tournament. And also too, we got soccer starting up. We got
softball, baseball,
yeah,
spring sports.
Yep, spring sports tryouts are starting this week. So very excited to get into the next season of Bobcat sports.
Yeah, that'll be we'll talk about a lot of games coming up. We had girls and boys basketball competing, 2-3 games a week for each one, but soccer, boys and girls are gonna have 2-3 games a week.
Yeah,
baseball's gonna have
baseball. We got outdoor track, which is boys and girls. Yeah. We got a lot of sports to talk about over the spring. So
fall was pretty easy. Winter was a little difficult. Spring's gonna be really hard for us.
Yes,
but good chances for some state championships in the spring.
Yeah, for sure. I think outdoor track has a solid chance. Girls soccer has a very good chance.
Very good chance.
So we're excited to see what all they can do, but we want to give a big thank you to Doug Knight,
the man, the myth, the legend,
just always helping us out, always being there for us. So we want to thank him a lot. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to share it with some of your friends and get the Bobcat news out to everybody. So this has been Ethan Bishop.
I'm Nick Brown,
and we're signing off.